The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
After the interception, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Patriots 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Johnson now returning. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And this one is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. He's going to take another shot here. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. From the gun, Wilson buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Patriots.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. Now here's Johnson. Oh, fighting off the defender. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Add one, tell me once, you know.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 3rd down, Newton being chased out left. Going deep here for Adelman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They go play action with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Lockett. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 35 yards. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
And the Patriots.
The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
I want to change course here for a second, CD, and talk about Week 1 Breeze versus Brady. Obviously, such a spotlight matchup. Remember, these two met way back in the Big Ten in college. Brady won that game, Michigan over Purdue. But since being in the NFL, this was the 6th time they've gone head-to-head. Now, Breeze won the first 3 battles. Brady had won the next 2 battles, 4 and 5. Number 6, though. And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. Able to put it through.
Next to score, Seahawks 42. Patriots 7.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Bird now ready to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. And my goodness, another interception.
Showtime
Picked up
today,
by Delano Hill. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Indianapolis Colts. Fielded in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Amir Byrd on the return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This well upfield across the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Patriots.
Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
At the 43-yard line.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
46-yard line.
Darius Leonard blew that play up.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
After the run, Newton going to throw. Throw caught here by Bird. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3rd and 2, Newton. He hits White, complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
1st and 10.
Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry, 32 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the interception here, Rivers. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Gain of 11 on the play. First down.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. For Jonathan Taylor, it's going to be interesting to see his workload going forward because Marlon Mack obviously was going to get a lot of time in that Colts backfield, but with his injury to the... Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So not a good start for this rookie quarterback, already trailing in this first half, and that's going to make things worse.
Well, back in my day, this was not unexpected out of rookie quarterbacks. That's why a lot of coaches didn't want to play them. But coming out of college now, they throw it all the time. This is a little bit unexpected, the way that he's playing here.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously cost them.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not trying to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. They find some open field here. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Devin Asiasi there to make the grab. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 21-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And it's 2nd down.
CD, let's take a moment here and get your thoughts just on week 1 in general. Certainly no shortage of storylines, but I'm curious, after 1 week, which teams really caught your eye?
Well, teams with continuity certainly did. Kansas City, the defending champions, they were sharp in their season opener, as was Baltimore, who, of course, has title aspirations, getting upset in the playoffs last year. How about a couple of big surprises? What about Washington coming back from a big deficit against Philadelphia at home, getting a win for head coach Ron Rivera? What a big game for them. And, of course, Jacksonville. Everyone's talking about how this team has just been dismantled. They'll be lucky to win 2 games. They won a big win against Indianapolis. And, of course, all year long, we'll follow the New England, Tampa Bay ledger, won't we? In this case, New England, with all their changes, they get a win. Tampa Bay, with all their additions, they take a loss on the road at New Orleans.
Yeah, you know that coach in New England slept a little bit better than the quarterback down in Florida after week 1.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Colts.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
2 veterans, Phillip Rivers fighting T.Y. Hilton.
And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Now Newton on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold.
Able to connect on that one.
Certainly.